Investing in commodities, interestingly, also provides relief or protection from inflation. And the reason is very simple. One of the key reasons why inflation happens is that commodity prices go up. So in that sense, you are preparing for the inflation by taking some of those things which are actually going to cause the inflation. So from an investment standpoint, it's actually a very, very good strategy to do. And if you look at the screen, then you will now be able to see that there are essentially three paths. So you can have a phase where it is declining inflation, there is stable inflation and rising inflation. And in those bar charts, you will see that the dark blue bar is for equities. The light blue bar represents bonds or fixed income. And the gray bar is commodities. So during times when there is declining inflation, prices are going down in general, then commodity prices are of course down, and that is not the best time to invest in commodities. And that is of course because in fact the inflation is actually going down because the commodity prices are going down. And at that time equities do well, and bonds of course, there are a variety of factors which are a part of that. When there is stable inflation, then you will see that commodities, it comes up the zero line and you start getting returns on commodities. There is a level of inflation, but it is not very high. And the difference in return in each of these assets is also therefore not much different. But during times of rising inflation, as it is today, you will typically the returns would decrease. Bonds would not be very great either, and depending on the time, bond prices would of course, the interest rates would go up later, which means that the prices would actually decline. And finally, there is commodities, which you will see because it is causing the inflation, the returns on that itself can become very high. So the question is that at what point are we now, and therefore what should we invest in? So I would say that today we are in a time of rising inflation. It's not really stable inflation. Prices are going up, and that is going to be also true in US, in Europe, because of all the currency which has been printed, and there is a strong likelihood now that the effect of that is now going to come in, and there will be inflation even in those countries. So even commodities which are denominated in gold, in dollars, those prices are going to go up as well. So because of this background, in today's time, it makes sense to invest in commodities.